Hi everyone, Heidi de Santo, and welcome to my website heidi.com.au. I'm passionate about emotional fitness, and I work as a speaker, counsellor and author, and I help people to process and accept the emotions that they've shut down on so that they can have a better quality of life, so that they can cope better with life, so that they can have better connections with people in their life. And I would love to help you too. The purpose of this video is twofold. The first is to share with you a little bit about why I'm so passionate about emotions and emotional fitness. And the second is to share with you some training. In fact, 5 tips, 5 fallacies when it comes to emotions, so that hopefully that can serve you in your life. So we may as well get straight into it. Why am I so passionate about emotions? I think it's because it's something that I did really, really poorly. You see, I've gone through this work from being a person who was stressed most of the time with periods of calm to a person who is mostly calm with periods of stress. And I can help you to do that too. And I would love to do that. You see, I studied a Bachelor of Commerce. I became a certified practicing accountant, and I ended up in a job that I really didn't like. And I found that deep down inside I didn't feel good enough, and I was trying to buy love from the outside world. And what happened is I ended up wearing this mask, and I ended up suppressing parts of myself. And so the distance between who I showed the world with this mask and who I really was on the inside became so huge that this was the amount of stress I was experiencing on a day-to-day basis. And my body was trying to talk to me. It was trying to tell me to make some changes to my life so that I can live the life I'm meant to be living. I got eczema, and I was covered with eczema from head to toe, and my neck used to peel like a snake shedding its skin. I used to get asthma, I used to get colds, I used to get flus, I got a breast lump, all these things. My body was trying to talk to me. I just wasn't listening to its messages. Eventually, when I was 25, I got glandular fever and chronic fatigue syndrome, and I had to make some changes. So I started working as a speaker. And after I did that for 7 years, and I've had recently a 7-year break to have a family, and I'm now back with a bigger and better message than I've ever had before. So let's get straight in to the 5 fallacies in terms of emotions. The first, and it's what a lot of people come to me, and they often say when I work with them in my capacity as a counsellor, they say, look, I should be happy. I've got a great house, I've got a great job, I've got a great relationship, family, money. I should be happy, but I'm not. What's going on? And really what I found is that people invalidate their emotional states. We're taught as kids to calm down when we're too excited, to cheer up when we're sad, or when we're really angry, we're taught to settle down. And what happens as kids is we lose touch with our emotional states. We become confused by that. We go to school for 12 years, the average person, to learn about how to use your mind. But where do we learn about our emotions? We learn about our emotions from our parents, who learnt from their parents, who learnt from their parents. And what's happening is that suppression of emotions is getting handed down from generation to generation. And what I say when people come to me, when they come to me for counselling, I say, well, if you're not happy, let's go and honour that part that's not and see what's going on. So they start crying or they get angry or whatever it is. It's really important to honour all of your emotions and to accept what's there so that then you no longer have to wear this mask and pretend to be someone who you're not. The second thing when it comes to emotions, the second fallacy, is that a lot of people think that to be loving, you've always got to be nice. And this was something that was taught to me in my family of origin. What I've learnt through this work is that being loving isn't always about being nice. It's about being able to be real and having those conversations so that you can say to someone, hey, in a loving way, you can say, hey, look, when you did that, I actually felt this. And you can start to have that discussion where they then say, I didn't mean that. I meant this. And you can really connect on a true level. And that's what life's all about, because it stops you from having to wear that. You can become more of who you really are. The third fallacy when it comes to emotions is that emotions are bad or wrong and they make me weak. In fact, not feeling your emotions really shuts down on your vibrancy and aliveness in life, and you need that if you want to be whole and if you want to live this peaceful life and find this heaven on earth rather than living this hell. Emotions aren't bad or wrong. Emotions just are. And problems come into play when people judge them and say, okay, I'll accept this emotion, but I'm not going to accept this other emotion. Because what happens then is that you're forced to wear this and suppress the parts of you that you're saying aren't acceptable. It's not a really happy way to live life, and I wish more for you because you deserve it. The fourth point when it comes to emotions is that a lot of people think that it's selfish to put your needs first and to say no. Did you know that the basis for every relationship is a good foundation between your parts? You see, you're not just made up of one single part. You're made up of many different parts. And when you say yes to someone and a part of you wants to say no, that part of you feels invalidated. And what can happen is that part of you can create problems in your external relationships. So the foundation for every relationship is having a good relationship with all your parts and getting that in order so that then you can actually really give to another person unconditionally, and you can give to them freely without any attachments and without any resentments, without any anger. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes when you want to say yes. It's okay to say no when you want to say no. That's really important. The fifth point, and the fifth and final point that I want to share with you in this training today, is that a lot of people have this belief that bullies are scary. And yes, on the surface, they can be scary. But the truth is that bullies deep down inside are actually scared. You see, they've learnt to relate to people because they've been bullied themselves. And so what happens is when they interact with other people, they're actually doing the same thing. And what happens when you do this work, you actually start to realize that everyone's an equal, and you start to see them and treat them with love and respect. Having the belief that bullies are actually scared enables you to see them from a different perspective. And rather than judging them and saying they're bad, they're wrong, and really giving them an earful, what you can say is, wow, they must have really had a hard life in order to be treating someone like that. And you can really open up to understanding them, which then helps them often to heal. I hope that served you. And I also hope that you sign up to my website, because one of my favourite sayings is if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always got. And if you want different results in your life, then I know I can help you. So please, I look forward to staying in contact, and I wish you all the peace, love and joy in the world. Bye for now.